Yo, what's going on, Pluto? We got Crypto Maniac in the house. Non-fungible, wonderful. What's going on? Hope you guys are doing good today. By the way, any of you guys are welcome on the stream. Crypto Maniac and Non-fungible, super OGs in the community. Shout out to you guys. We're going to be talking about what just happened. We'll be decompressing the Andrei announcement and what had transpired on Randy Chavez's stream. So let me go ahead. Actually, let me get this music turned down just a smidgen here because we are bumping over here. You know what I mean? So let me get that turned down just a tad. All right, perfect. No FOMO says, I was totally not expecting Andrei's announcement to be so unrelated to VeVe. Yeah, I think the teaser, obviously his reach is really big with a million subscribers. And I think we all thought it was going to be, like an actual video. So I talked to a lot of OGs in the community. As you guys know, I'm like one of the earlier people in the community, and I'm really well connected. So I hear from literally every corner of the VeVe community. I hear from everybody. So I got a lot of opinions, that I heard and what people thought. And so I think people were like, some OGs were basically talking about like how the community was thinking, like hyping it up, and they're kind of worried and nervous about that. But in my opinion, it's a collectibles app. Like David Yu, the co-founder, gets hyped up. Like, so I have no problems with people getting hyped up over an announcement or some kind of video. And I even ran a poll on Twitter that most people thought it was just a video update. And that's what I think most people thought it was. So that's just my opinion, and that's what most people agreed with in the community. So people voted, and that's what they voted for in a recent poll. And I can run another poll if you guys would like, what your expectations and thoughts were as far as the announcement goes. So, I don't want hype to be like the blame why people were disappointed, because I don't think it was the hype that is why people were disappointed. So, now, if you're just tuning in, trying to figure out what happened, Andrei Jihk, the guy with a million subscribers, did a teaser video like last week. People were really pumped to see what it was about, and he just put 12.3, and obviously it's 12.3 today. And, needless to say, it wasn't what most people expected. And, I think that, seeing Twitter, seeing people on YouTube, I think it's kind of a consensus how people felt. So, especially hearing from, like I said, I hear from every corner of everybody in the VeVe community. So I have a pulse on that and how people, feel about that kind of stuff. So let me see. Stillwater is greater than OKC. I could agree with that, man. I could agree with that, but because it's not Norman. All these VeVe gangsters in the chat, says the Gale. Yo, what's going on, man? We got Deadpool Whale in the house as well. We got a lot of OGs. Be great. I thought it was a total joke. No way going to pay him to teach me anything, VeVe. OG the Gale, for sure. I thought it was another video. 412 in Australia. I was waiting for someone all day yesterday. Yeah, I was waiting too. I was waiting today as well, kind of seeing what it was about. I was refreshing his actual YouTube channel, his page, and I didn't think it was going to be anything crazy, I just thought it was just going to be a video update. It's fun to speculate, I don't think there's anything wrong with speculating, having fun, and using your imagination, because that's really what this app is about. Like, at the end of the day, you're collecting superheroes, and you're collecting, statues of the things that, used to really spark your imagination as a kid and even as an adult still. So speculation, in a controlled, environment is totally fine, and hype and all that. My first thoughts on it when I saw it was, kind of like, is this was it? This is the announcement. Thanks for the super chat, Deadpool. Well, appreciate you. Yeah, exactly. So I think that's what most people's thoughts were, was the spinny eyes, like kind of just like what. and I'll tell you guys my thoughts more on it in just a minute as well. And like I said, I'm waiting on to see if anybody wants to come on the show here. And let's see, Crypto Maniac, like I said, you're more than welcome to hop on if you have your opinion, because I obviously value your opinion because you're an actual OG. So I appreciate you coming on and kind of telling me what your thoughts are. Yeah, I've heard some of that too. I've heard, hey, the community was maybe overreacting a little bit. And, I think we all are passionate about the VeVe community. So I don't want to discredit people that were showing passion, because I think at the end of the day, Wes, it says, thanks for the super chat. Announcement was cringe. Yeah, well, the stream was pretty cringe, until, anyways, I'll talk about the stream in just a minute, but I forget it was a video. You got played if you let yourself get played. Yeah, and I don't think it was necessarily that, Whippets. I think it was like something else. And like I said, I'll get into more detail and extrapolate here in just a little bit. So, all right, where did I leave off, by the way? Where did I leave off? I was waiting for something worth waiting for. Blew up in their faces, though, didn't it? Yeah. I think it did blow up a little bit. Yeah, so the overreaction, I think, yeah, there was a little bit of that going on. And that just happens in the community sometimes. Like, when it's not what we expect, there's definitely going to be a little bit of a reaction. And we have a passionate community. That's just, at the end of the day, it is what it is, right? Like, you have to have tough skin in this community, and like, especially as a content creator. So if you're expecting to launch a YouTube channel or even be a big Twitter influencer, whatever you want to call it, you kind of have to have thick skin no matter what community you're in. So the overreaction, yeah, that could happen here or another community. I think it doesn't matter what like community we're in. Like, I think that could have happened in a different community as well. So I don't know, like, that's my thoughts on the overreaction part, and maybe others would disagree. And I would love to have anybody on the channel to have a open discourse with that. Not Kyle, the stream was authentic like an NFT. Yo, Justin, what's going on, man? Yeah, it was. True words have never been spoken. You need thick skin as a content creator. Yeah, Crypto Chris knows, because he's a YouTuber as well. People are going to question what you're doing, and rightly so. I've confronted a numerous amount of influencers, and who you are if you're watching, but just on the intentions. So I just want to make that clear to the viewers and you guys that I have confronted other content creators or influencers before and asked them what their intentions were. And I think that's what the community does on Twitter or on YouTube Lives, for instance. And I think that's fine. I think that's healthy. I think intention should be questioned, and I think that's what a lot of people were doing on the stream. And it's the internet. Like, I have my comments up here for a reason, for transparency, but also for community. Actually, the main reason is for community. So, I'm a very open person, and that's just how I go about it. Not every streamer is going to throw up their chat, and I see more and more streamers are doing that these days, and maybe they might stop doing that as of late. But yeah. So my thoughts on it are yeah, like the overreaction. The reactions are just going to happen. It's the internet, right? And when you read people's comments, people like to troll, and it's fun to troll. Like, especially if you're an anon in a PFP, like it's just so fun to troll. Like, I get it. So I think a lot of content creators or, influencers or whatever take some comments like too deeply, because I get it. Like, I get the internet culture, and I'm actually, I'm a crypto native. Like, I'm a crypto and NFT basically native. Like, I've known about NFT since CryptoKitties, and done, numerous research on NFTs, and especially this year, obviously. But so anyways, with that being said, let me read some of the comments. What's up, Justin? Pluto, get on the Gale. West Paperhand Dan needs a talking to. Which one? Which Paperhand Dan? Is that what you're calling Foster? Is that like another Dan you're referring to? Super Duper Hank, Mr. Crypto Chris, how is your little queen? Whippets run. The Pokemon tension buildup just went up 9,000 points. Haha. Somebody is gonna. What is the link of Andrei explaining what was all about with the other people? Alphinius, I will link it here in just a minute. It was on Randy Chavez's YouTube channel. My hope is that if BTC can stay above 52K. Yeah, we'll do a little technical analysis, Gregory, after, I talk about this subject towards the end of the stream. Andrei's a good person. Jose, I agree. I agree. It's for Foster. Never gets old, says Wes. She's the reason I'm not speaking with Kyle right now. Her temp is, daughter. Chris, you're welcome to come on once your daughter, you can put her to sleep, and obviously you need to care for her first. So, dad duties. I totally understand that. Paper. Oh, Dan Lee. Yeah. Kyle's capping. LOL. What am I capping about, bro? Justin, you're a savage in the comments, bro. I see you on other people's channels being a savage. But yeah. So I think Andrei is so a lot of people's perceptions when he threw up the QR code on his Twitter was like he was trying to accept free collectibles, and he may have been, I don't know, like I could go to his Twitter and find out. But, to me, it like my first initial reaction was like, he's just having, he does enjoy the VeVe app so for me, it was cool. To see him do that initially. And I did have the thought in the back of my head, like, hey, he probably doesn't need any free collectibles, but I didn't send him any personally. I know some people did. And, so it's your choice. You don't have to do that. So, but that was one, initial talking point and I think that's what people were thinking in the back of their heads. Like, they're kind of just on the fence on that specific issue. And then when we saw the, today's announcement, I think that was kind of, for some people, kind of the straw that broke the camel's back for some people, especially, people that are living around the world and may not have a ton of money to invest in maybe the OMI or collectibles. I think that, as you guys know, I've told you on the channel before, like, I've almost been a crypto whale several times, buying Cardano under a penny and getting rug pulled on a BTC like mining project. And I've done the math on that. Like this was like 2017, 2018. So I have a lot of experience in that. So I see, and I've seen a lot of like, as far as my history goes, like I've seen a lot of crypto, pump and dumps and all that. So I get where a lot of people are coming from on that end because I'm very well versed and experienced, and I've read probably 10 times, I know I've read more white papers than 99% of people in this community, like as far as crypto projects go. So I know like I'm super versed in what I see, and I know crypto dumps and pump groups or whatever, pump and dump groups. So people were kind of upset with that as well, I think. So that's just my perception and my perspective on it. That maybe that's not the case for some people. Why some people were upset. Some people were just upset with, the price being too high. It went from 10 to 50 to, $100. So I think those price points are quite heavy for people. Just when we're talking about the global audience, and I get it. Like if they're trying to like target a specific demographic of people, that's fine. It's just, and there's just a lot more. I think that like more invoked people than just, that. I think initially people probably wouldn't have been like, tomorrow would have been like, oh yeah, like I'm just not going to join the group. But they went live on Randy's live stream, and I think that like really poked the bear. I don't know if that was a great idea, but let's see here. Let me catch up with the comments real quick. Appreciate you, Wes. Thanks for the super chat. Announcement went from hoping from Pokemon announcement to having to pay $100 for a Patreon membership. Yeah, so that's another like obviously a main one as well. Let me try to catch up with everybody here. He pretended like he had no idea what Andrei teaser video was about, then lied Splitting the profits. That was weird. I thought the whole, yeah, I don't know. Now, Foster did explain that like they planned on bringing other content creators on, which I think that should have been communicated in the messaging, that they're going to bring on experts into the group. But it is what it is. It's already out there. Cavill already posted a video about that stream with Andrei. Yeah, I saw that video. I watched it, actually. I thought they were pretending you didn't know who paid per... Oh, no. Yeah, I wasn't sure if like, you came up with a nickname or something like that for a different Dan. We have a couple Dans in the community, so I just wanted to make sure which one you're talking about. Warrior, yeah. What do we have more problem with? The fact Andrei wants to get paid for his VeVe knowledge, or he asked for free collectibles? I think Cryptomaniac, so I think all the above. So I think that like, people didn't have a problem with one or maybe the other, but when you combine a bunch of different factors together, it kind of breaks the camel's back. And I think, if you don't have a specialist in the community to consult you on that, I think when you launch something this massive, because that is a massive launch. Like, our community is still super tight knit. Like, we're at 1 million users, but a lot of us are super tight knit in the community. So you definitely need a community expert to, understand that. And, if I could have told them that this was going to happen, like, if they just asked and consulted, or asked for help, it's like I've been a part of and got to see a literal NFT project launch, and they got a blue check mark on OpenSea. So like, when it comes to projects, for instance, like they had an entire team dedicated to each little individual task and made sure everything was done. So when you do something like this, you have to have a team in place. You can't just, and the price points have to make sense, right? You can't have this $100 tier and not know what you're getting out of it, or a $50 tier even. Like, my YouTube membership only goes up to $50, and I make it clear that it just supports my videos, but you also get benefits. You get inside my Discord, and you get to play games with me. And as a matter of fact, I'm an investor in Neo Tokyo, and I have actual bigger benefits coming down the road. Like, I may have the opportunity to create a professional team in NFT gaming. So, I think when you make it clear what your price points and what you're getting, I think it makes a little bit more sense. So we have Sleeping Comics in the chat. Hey, what's going on, man? Thanks for joining the chat. Kyle, what's up? Let's see. Let's catch up on comments here. Dan Lisa has 7.5 million Omi. Just saying. He still does. Listen, I'm still friends with Daniel Lee. People were upset about the title and the headline, and at the end of the day, he could just buy back his Omi, but I understand where the community was coming from on that as well. So I just think of Foster when I see Andrei's outro. Now Phineas. See, people actually thought Pokemon. What's worse, paying for Andrei membership or owning 3 sets RE and no gold bunny? Foster is an expert. He sold his Spider-Man. You guys are savage, man. Also, some people screen record the live chats on Randy's stream, including everyone's comments, like everybody's. Yeah, I was kind of aware of that. I chatted some stuff, and maybe I shouldn't have chatted some stuff, but I'm pretty transparent anyways. I've been here since Russo, but I haven't really been active in the chats or community. I thought I observed from the... Oh, I'm guessing you meant Russo. I observed from the sidelines. Hey, Sabir, I remember your handle, actually. So I recognize your handle. Welcome back. Debbie West says, LOL, did Foster pay Andrei to promote the Patreon to give advice to VVOGs? LOL. So Foster didn't pay Andrei. Andrei was just creating, I think Andrei's initial thoughts that he was just providing a community, like a way for like an inner circle type of community. I just think the way it was presented was, in my opinion, it was terrible. You know, I think it was that the communication wasn't there, and I just think that it could have been better. You know, for those of you guys that don't know, I'm actually like I do marketing for my day job. Like that's my day job. I'm a brand expert, and I've grown brands in real life. So like messaging has to be so important, the way you do things. And I'm not perfect at it because I created a YouTube channel so I could make mistakes. And you guys get to see my mistakes because I do streams and whatever. So I'm totally, like I said, I'm totally transparent and open to that. But for when I'm working for clients, it's a different story. I like, you know, I do my research and make sure that my communication is online with everything. That's dope, bro. Too much time on their hands. Hey, Kyle, what's up, fam? Hey, Dancing Neat Arena, how you doing? Good to see you. I have a secret club for sleeping, says Sleeping Comics. Hey, I would join that any day of the week as a dad, and I'm sure Chris would too, is because we're dads and we need as much sleep as we can get. And I know you mothers out there as well need more sleep than the dads do. So let's see. No Foster and Andrei are starting Patreon for profits. Yeah, there's some weird things that both of them said that they probably shouldn't have said on the stream. If I'm being, you know, honest with both of them, I'm like, yeah. I tried to add Andrei like weeks before, you know, so I wish I could have consulted them as like one of the community, you know, I don't know what you would call me, but being here in the community for, you know, being early, I think that would have been something that Mom ZZ says, my wife, Sleeping Comics knowledgeable as heart. It was awful rollout. Could have been definitely better. LOL. Yeah. I think that's kind of the consensus there. Foster going to watch Sleeping Comics, GRAIL, NFW, and Kyle Willson videos all first. Yeah. Well, to be honest too, there's a lot of, you know, there's definitely people. I was just talking to another OG about that, how the community needs to get way more credit for being super like smart. Like I was just talking to somebody and I was saying the community themselves, like you guys are wicked smart. Like at the beginning, I've seen you guys grow. Like I told you, I'm not new to crypto or this space. Like, so I know my stuff. Like I'm not just, I research stuff until like my eyes bleed and I go to sleep. Like I'm pretty dedicated. Like Sleeping Comics, for instance, I'm sure he dedicates a lot of hours to researching comics, and I do the same for everything I do. But what I've noticed, all that being said, is I've noticed the community get so wicked smart, and it's so cool to see that. You know, even I know like I'm not making as much money as I used to on the VeVe app, because you know people are flipping so fast and people are sniping so fast. And it's cool to see because I know they're watching all the videos of all the content creators out there and just educating themselves like crazy, man, because this community is super passionate and they love, you know, the channels out there, you know, everybody. I'm not just going to name a couple. Like I literally watch everybody's channel, like Sleeping Comics, Crypto Comics Podcast, you know, Crypto Crit, like anybody can, not just the big YouTubers. And to Cavell's point, he was saying in the chat, like subscribers don't matter. And I think that he's got a really good point. Like they really don't. Like if you have 1,000 subscribers or less, you could technically, one video could absolutely crush it, or you could, you know, your video could spark, you know, big interest in maybe some other bigger YouTubers. And I've noticed that, you know, I've attracted a lot of other YouTubers that actually have messaged me, and they watch the videos and they message me all the time. Hey man, I watched your video, super excited, you know, and I have NFT projects even messaging me like, man, I love your VeVe videos. Like you guys would be surprised. And I'm sure that obviously happens to other YouTubers and content creators too. So I think that's the passion that we saw today, was the passion of all the other content creators' videos and how they love, and they don't want to pay for, you know, each individual thing, like you know, I'm paying for Netflix, Hulu, ESPN Plus, and like everything. And it's like, just so I can, you know, anyways, like I have my Patreon, but that's just for basic stuff. Like, but I think some people, like, you know, they don't, just because you do YouTube doesn't mean you're a marketer, in my opinion. It just means you're sitting in front of a webcam at the end of the day. You're just a dude, a sweaty, salty dude sitting in front of a webcam, or, you know, if, you know, at the end of the day, for some people, and you're just recording a video. Like, anybody can do that, right? It takes a brand growth expert to educate, especially in crypto and NFTs. Like, you have to understand the vernacular and the language of what people are speaking. Especially there's even the meme language, right? Like, you know what? Yeah, type a 1 if you know what that meme language is in the chat. So if you know what the meme language is, type a 1 in the chat. All right, let me catch up on the comments. Foster can watch Sleepy Comics, Gail. It was an awful rella. Okay, so you knowledgeable. Energy, we love you, Kyle. Also with your mistakes. Hey, appreciate you, Energy. And I just retweeted your tweet there. So Energy's giving away an NFT, I believe, of actually Granola Warfare, an OG in the community that needs so much more attention, man. He's guy shouting out tips from the mountaintops since the very beginning. He's in the Discord all the time, but hashtag Granola Warfare. Hit that like button. Hey, appreciate you, Crypto Maniac. Justin Bull, they should have consulted you. Hey man, I'm always open for consulting. You know, I'm better at consulting other people than doing my own YouTube stuff half the time anyways. So yeah, I'm sure they will invite you on as a guest, bro. I'm out. Michael Burns, hey, appreciate you for joining in. Thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, I'm down to join as a guest, and well, or maybe more of a consultant, but we'll see. I once left a comment on Andrei's video to check out VeVe. It was deleted 2 minutes later. Wow, that's crazy. Wonder why it was deleted. Thanks, but my wife disagrees. I left a comment to tell him that he shouldn't be able to apologize about what he does. It's money. Transparency doesn't mean he's accountable to us. Just my thoughts. The problem with all of this, more Marvel comics. Gail, you are a savage, bro. Don't know this one. Real quick, by the way, there's still MTL. Like, MTL is still around the corner, so don't spend all your gems on, and not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own due diligence and disclaimer stuff. Yeah, MTL's around the corner, guys. Like, no cap. Like, you want to save a couple of gems for the post MTL. Like, even if it's a dip for like an hour, like, it's going to be a pretty big dip, like, on some of the collectibles. Like, people are going to cash out and they will undercut each other, like, right out. Like, it's going to be bigger than you guys think. Like, not bigger than you think, but what I'm saying is, like, some people are trying to make not a big deal out of it, but I'm just saying, like, some people are going to just cash out because they need the money. It's like not a big deal. All right. And of course you're going to have people scoop up that dip real quick, for sure. And I'm not saying the dip's going to last like forever. It's just going to be a tiny window. I'm just saying, be prepared for that, because I want to see you guys win. I tell you guys this stuff because at the end of the day, I don't make money telling you guys all the stuff. Like, I just do it because I'm passionate about the community. Because money isn't my number one driver. You know what I mean? Don't forget to like, guys. Hey, appreciate that. 100. I feel you, Gail. Marvel Comics #1. We're going for $3 on the marketplace after the drop. Yeah. But we can only cross our fingers. Maybe we'll get some snipes. I gave my most #1s away to my family. Dang, Pluto, you're a saint. Stop talking about hurts me. We all make up. Yeah, we'll make it up an Omi. This is what happens when we have such a tight NFT community too. Yeah, for sure. We all rise and fall together. Haha. Yeah, that's the tight knit community. Like, you know, obviously Gary V found out pretty quick how tight we are as a family here. This isn't a normal community. This is like, we tight, you know, and we all grow together as a family. Like, you know, I've talked to OGs and we've hashed things out before, and, you know, it's no big deal, man. Like, we just keep calm and carry on. And You know, it reminds me of my actual family. You know, it's crazy. It really is. What a time to be alive. Yo, one. Dead Pooh says number 2. What's oh my gosh. I've been stacking FF1 and 5 comics because of Gale, OG stacking videos, and Sleeping Sweet comics spreadsheet. Yeah, Sleeping Comics has a dope spreadsheet that I saw in his latest video, or one of his latest videos, where it's like algorithms and stuff. I'm like, now that's something I would definitely pay for. Like, if we're being completely honest, I would pay for that kind of stuff. There's a couple of resources, even Omi the Clown, obviously his website, Ecomi Wiki, which I've been, as you guys know, I've been shilling ever since before it even came out. And been using that website as much as humanly possible. But there's just so many cool, like, smaller creators and innovators in the community that I just love to see supported. It's all about growing together, man, and giving, like, holding each other up and helping each other up, right? With IMAX, the independent artists are by right now. 6 round by right now. Yeah, so independent artists, that's going to be a big one, especially as OpenSea gets integrated. Gale equals legend, 100%. At the end of the day, we shouldn't be wasting so much time on the content creator who made a mistake and should continue to work towards our bigger goal of educating and expanding the community. Hey, you got a point there, John. That's a good point. Deadpool will. I spent my last dollar on that sticker. Let the catch. It's not even sleeping. I'm going to. The Gale's got some boards. Yeah, Gale's been stacking boards for a minute, and I wish I did that. I stacked a couple, but not. I already sold. I think I stacked the ultra rare. When I say stack, like. My stacks are much smaller than like the whale stacks. Like, I'm not a Ray Fixie. Like, don't get it twisted. Like, when I say stack, I mean like 99% of average other people stack, not a Ray Fixie stack. And I think that's why, like, I relate with a lot of people, to be honest. I'm going to be shop at the Gale's hoverboard, shop at the VeVe, only $130. The Gale's got some boards. Yeah, don't F around with the homies. We know, yeah, man, we're the Omi homies, man. Can't disrespect that red circle. Only 133 hoverboards, and that's what I was trying to say. You know, all respect to Pags. You know, he's got really great opinions and talking points. But I did feel like he kind of missed the point a little bit. You know, he was talking about how it's business and business. Well, you kind of need a community to fund your business. You know, like you can't just have business and open your doors and be like, give me the cash, you know? And David used a good example of someone who builds like really good communities. Like, the guy's super humble. He's a collector, right? At the end of the day, he has collectibles that he's had probably for years and years, and he's never going to let those go because to him, they're worth more than money. And I think people put too much value on money itself and not enough value, or maybe they should put other things first, right? And I see that time and time again, man, that money get prioritized number one, and that's not where it should be. It should be one of the money will just follow everything else that you're doing, right? It's going to follow your community. It's going to follow your intentions, your integrity, and everything like that, right? So, yeah, I mean, if you're providing value to the community is going to, like I said, the money is just going to follow, right? The Gills got sports, a spreadsheet. And I don't need money. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need it. Sleepy Comics, you're not going to charge $100 for Patreon. Nope, just get my gold on the ride. Like, premium rental. Yeah, those rentals, man. Yeah, you need to get, like, we all need to get our OMI up a little bit so we can get our rent on. You know what I mean? Whoa, that's a good idea. Hey, $100 is quite a bit, man. I don't know. I mean, if you're making a couple G's though, then that's definitely worth it. Sleep and hit the target. Well, didn't Foster invent that red circle idea? Gale's just trolling, bro. He already knows. He already knows where that red circle came from. Foster definitely invented red circle and made the emoji. Oh, haha, the fight's worth. Y'all straight funny, bro. Patreon funny. Retirement account. That's what I thought. Yeah, and that was kind of weird too. Like, you know, I'm not gonna lie, that was a little weird how they talked about that point. If it was like different, like, hey, we're going to, help out creators or other, I don't know, like, yeah. I feel you, Kyle. First, buy it because the price could go up, and then I could see, oh no, I need it because of the set and then the NCP. But in the end, I keep it because I love to collect. Yeah, and see, at the end of the day, like that hits us at home, right? Like we all came to VeVe. The brands, like the things that excited us as kids. Some people are here for the money, and I get it. And some people like to flip. But at the end of the day, like, even the flippers have their own collectibles that they probably haven't let go yet. Like, I'm sure a lot of the flippers are holding, maybe a Todd or maybe a Stay Puffed or whatever they liked as a kid. Like, yeah, there's flippers on the app, and, and you have to have a good skill for that, right? Like, over time, if you're a collector, you're going to have to know how to flip anyways, right? Especially if you want to flip to the collectibles that you want to keep. And, so it's not maybe so much, it's not the money that drives some of this. It's actually the collectible itself, right? And I think collectors understand that, and they're not looking at everything with just, cash money signs in their eyeballs. I think that's just a result of them having a passion for something, But yeah, I just think that they could have did it a little bit different, maybe worded things a little bit different. Is my thoughts, and it seemed a little exclusive, if I'm being honest. So I know they backtracked on a lot of stuff, or Foster did. Andrei came on, he was just being a peacemaker, for the most part, and yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. Oh yeah, it seemed kind of exclusive until Randy and Cavell started asking the tough questions, like, hey, are you going to bring on other content creators? Because it's kind of like, hey, yo, like, at the end of the day, like, for instance, these experts that are, like, experts in the Batman statues, and the experts in the comics, and the experts in, Marvel stuff. It's like, they're putting out the content for free on YouTube, and then, like why... Like, if you're going to do a paid group, those guys are watching their video. Like, I know for a fact that... everybody watches each other's videos in this community. Like, I know for a fact, and I know we all use the same tools because I know all the tools. Like, I've been here from day one. I know all the tools. Like, if I'm charging $50 to $100, like, I better be bringing some other utilities. And to Andrei's point, he said he was bringing his utilities, which I think will be good. But I wish he had hit me up. I tried to hit him up on Twitter. Because that should have been a main selling point. Like I said, I'm a marketer, and that's my day job. So I think that should have been maybe the first thing that he said as a point, or, I think Foster helped set him up on the Patreon. But I just think that that should have been like the first selling point of the higher tiers, if there was going to be a tier as high as $100. That's my thoughts on that. All right, peace out, fam. Yo, Deadpool, thanks for tuning in. Love VeVe, love all y'all. Appreciate the stream, Tiger, and all of everyone here. Kids awake. Watch Cavell's video live. Is he live right now? Let's just call it when it was really poorly conceived idea going nowhere. It's Cavell's group, but with some alpha. Yeah, but Cavell, so the difference with Cavell is he's been here from day, like, the first in, like, March. Like, he's been here since March, basically. So he's been in the community for a long time. Sure, he does the clickbait video or the headline, but that's YouTube, man. That's, at the end of the day, you eventually have to do that, at least until you're big, right? Until you grow to, like, where you're Andrei Jihk level. Like, but as far as his, like, paid stuff, like, it's $10 a month. Like, it's like a couple cups. It's 2 cups of coffee at Starbucks. Like, he's not asking an arm and a leg. And at the end of the day, people like to join his group because they like Cavell, and Cavell's got interesting insights, and he does have a big other YouTube channel, and so maybe people want to pick his brain about other topics than just VeVe and Ecomi. So for that reason, I think that his group is Sleepy Comics. Hey, see you later. Hopefully, so yeah, we'll get together and hopefully have Sleeping Comics on the show at some point, hopefully. So I think that would be pretty awesome. Let's see. No FOMO says, is DC and Palm drop of Wonder Woman NFT October 5th her first? Yeah, I think it's like technically the first FA. So on the VeVe, it's going to be a first edition and not a first appearance. It's going to be the first edition of Wonder Woman on the VeVe app. I believe that. Now let's look. We can go ahead and pull that up and kind of see how they tagged it, because I read it earlier, but I didn't look at the tags. Foster has delayed 95% of what he knows already for free. Yeah, for the financial stuff. Is there no community if you to shame and devour someone else? Yeah, so, yeah, I mean, Cavell definitely played his dues, man. Yeah, so Cavell's been in the trenches, man. He's been researching and doing, like, all the work, like, putting in work every day. You know, even if, like, not everybody always agrees with him all the time, obviously. But at the end of the day, he's been here since March, and, you know, he hasn't left, and he hasn't gone anywhere, and dude just keeps making videos, you know, so that takes, I mean, as a personal, like, as me having experience with YouTube, that takes a lot of effort, and it takes a lot of, like, sweat equity. All the VeVe Omi is free on YouTube anyways. Yes, all of the VeVe free. I wish it was Omi was free. Foster has laid 90% what he knows. I was trying to read some of it. There's no community to shame. So I don't think we're shaming. I think it's just, like, what needs to be said. It's just, like, you know, for the future, like, maybe not present certain things a certain way. So I think open Discord is okay, right? I don't think we're shaming anybody. I think it just, what needs to happen is, you know, because listen, we're in the NFT space. Like, if you're gonna grow, we're gonna be launching on Immutable X. We're gonna see NFT projects rug pull on OpenSea, and it happens every day. Like, rug pulls happen every day. I'm not correlating with that, but I'm saying we have to be educated and know what's going on in the space. All right. I'm in some, obviously, like I said, I'm an investor in Neo Tokyo and some of these other groups and these other discords and these other alpha discords. And so I know what's going on in the entire space. And a lot of the NFT guys don't like, you know, like, if you're charging too much for what you're getting out of the value, it's a bad look. It's a bad look. You just got to be careful is all I'm saying. And to my point, maybe I'm trying to get Andrei to, you know, give me a shout out here and maybe message me, is what I'm trying to say at the end of the day. Plus, like, if bigger YouTubers are watching, like, you just, like, you really have to know what you're doing when you're coming into the NFT space and the crypto space. Like, you really do have to do a lot of research and make sure your marketing is in line with what the community is doing, right? So I think a lot of bigger names are finding that out. Like I was saying the other day, like, Mr. Beast was on the Quid app. The Quid app didn't do anything. Like, the Omi community, we absolutely obliterated, like a bunch of small YouTubers, like, banded together, like, and we had, like, what I was saying, Cavell did have a point, like, you don't need this humongous channel, right? And I mean, it's awesome to have a big channel, not because ultimately I would like to be there one day too. But what I'm just saying is, it's important to make sure your community, like, you're dialed in, is all I'm saying. Because even, like, Mr. Beast, for instance, with his gigantic reach, like, the Quid app didn't do anything, but the VeVe app absolutely exploded just because, like, a couple of people were, you know, doing videos and tweets and, you know, whoever else, you know, Facebook, the Facebook groups, and, like, it was just a bunch of small things. It's more organic happening, you know. And there really wasn't any big YouTubers, you know, shouting VeVe out. Cavell's goat. I'm eternally grateful for Cavell. I'm joining. I'll let you all know in the chat what happens in there. Hey, for $10, it's not bad. All right. For $50, for $50, I'm buying more Omi. I'm buying more. No, I'm just kidding. Sort of like for $50. I would like to see, like, I want to go to the page and kind of look. You know, Andrei did say he's adding more utility to it. Let's see what the tiers say again. Okay. Support Andrei's work. So right off the bat, I like that. For the $10 weekly update guide, don't mind that. Financial portfolio overview, I like that. So for $10, you get a good deal. You know, it's not bad. $50, it's kind of like, okay, all right. Am I getting Sleeping Comics algorithms? Access to Magic Club Discord. All right. So Discord. Purchase announcements. It's kind of weird. Immediately after Andrei buys a VeVe collect. So that's kind of like, that's where you have to be careful in crypto right there. NFTs, announcing stuff right after you buy it. That's not a good look. That's not a good look. And that's something I would tell Andrei as consulting him, or Foster. You know, you definitely want to reword that, or that's not a good look. That's something I would definitely change and maybe add a different utility on that. I would put, you know, daily market outlook on collect or something, you know. I definitely wouldn't do that. The purchase announcements. I think that looks very, it just doesn't look good. That's all I'm going to say. We really need Randy to get on wiki feet. What's that even mean? Mr. Beast isn't a beast. That says Wes. Hey, I really do. I like Mr. Beast. I enjoy his content, though. If we're being, you know, obviously his content's amazing. Includes Discord benefits, chat community, exclusive data, video tutorials. So you got some utility there. I don't know if it's $50 a month. Like, I think 25 maybe tops. I'd pay 15 to 25. No, $100 a month, live streams with Andrei, discussing all aspects of finance. You know, if he's doing some kind of community, like internal stream for $100, I don't know, might be some value there. A monthly giveaways, don't really care, because we're doing I don't really care so much about that, because we're already doing giveaways. Like, I'll show you guys in a minute. The community is doing a massive giveaway tomorrow. I believe it is on Saturday. It's a community like wide giveaway. We're trying to get it trending, and it was by I'll give the credit to the person who had the idea. It was a Twitter user, but they started this like organic thing where like a lot of creators and a lot of, like, you know, influencers are doing the giveaway. So I thought that was really cool to get the VeVe tag trending on Twitter. So giveaways, not $100 unless it's going to be a secret rare. Private channel in Discord, that's okay. Now if I'm being honest, if we're chatting with Foster in the private Discord, not very bullish on that one. I'm not gonna lie. For $100, I want to be talking to Andrei, if we're being honest. But now if you have it loaded with a bunch of other like leaders in the VeVe community, yeah, I could see $100, because there's a lot of like crazy insight. If you're bringing on like comic gurus and, you know, Batman Black and White statue gurus, or collectible gurus, or, you know, I could see that. But you know, if it's just a dude in there, and, you know, I don't see 100. But it includes Discord benefits, chat community, exclusive data, video tutorials, live streams, monthly giveaways, private community, signed Bitcoin deck. That one's kind of neat, you know. That's a neat little perk, the signed deck. I think that's cool. But yeah, I think there just needs to be more meat on the bones. You know, if we're being honest. So, and we are. So that's what we're doing. Let's catch up with the comments. Would you recommend Tim Sykes' program? Says Justin B. Hey, I don't recommend programs, but if I did, yeah, I would. At least because here's what I'll say about that is I've taken his program and applied the penny stocks to crypto, especially because I joined crypto in like 2017, right? And there's a lot of sketchy projects back then, like a lot. Like if you were back then, like just type in the chat one if you were in 2017, 2018 crypto. Like just let me know if that's you, because that was an intense time. So the T Sykes program taught me how to move crypto around very quickly without getting dumped on. And I actually exited 2018 before the market crash, thanks to that program. Because that's how volatile and new crypto was. And there's also, like I said, a lot of scams. Like I got rugged. Like a lot of my money, my Bitcoin got rugged back then. Thank you for subscribing, Fastbuck Eddie. Incoming Wiki is free and the content has a lot of value. I would pay for it. Same here. And I hope Omi the Clown eventually charges, like, I know he's got a donation button, and it was down for a second. Okay, listen, I'll tell you something about Omi the Clown, or Omi the Clown. I tried to donate on his website, and I messaged him and I was like, hey, your donation page isn't working. And he messaged me back, was like, no, man, that's all right. It's not worth it to don't even donate to my website because I don't have it running perfect. I was like, he's like, because I don't have it running perfectly. And I was like, bro, like, let me donate some money to you. Like, the site is awesome. So the dude is like, dude, he's so critical, but like, he is so like, he keeps it real. So I just wanted to tell that quick story. But Anderson is very angry, has serious competition for his group. I remember what he said, not to invest in VeVe because you don't know, dude, expert. You remember when who said that? You are, for his group, you are a hypocrite. I remember when you said you do not invest in with VeVe NFT. First of all, I didn't say any of that, but because you do not know if you are the expert. No, I was saying you need to not do what other people are doing in the community. That's what I said. Yeah, so like, for instance, when Daniel Lee dropped his video, you know, I'm selling all my OMI, or I sold my OMI, I'm done. You know, I was like, hey, like, just because Daniel Lee sold 25% of his OMI, that doesn't mean you should do that too. I'm just saying everybody's going to have their unique set of circumstances in their life, all right? That has nothing to do with what we're talking about. So I just want to make sure that's clear. Kyle, if you are Andrei Jihk collabed, I might actually find value in that. $100 a month, still a lot though. Yeah, I would. So if me and Andrei collabed, I would definitely immediately provide utility, like some massive utility to the program. It wouldn't just be $100 would go like, would not seem like $100 because people are minting $100. People are minting $300 like NFTs every day. Like they're spending, even on free mints, it's like $300. So people are spending from $300 to $600 every single day on NFTs that you just get one NFT and that's it. So like, and I know people in the NFT space, they're spending a lot of money. Like the thing is nobody in, aside from Nifty Flipper, who's out there like in the macro NFT space doing some massive amount of work. So I think you need people like that in the Discord, right? That know not only VeVe as an expert, but the actual crypto and NFT macro space, right? Because ultimately, when we get to IMX and OpenSea, you better know your stuff. Like you better know you better be an expert on it by the time, and it's around the daggum corner. Like it's coming quick. So, because if you don't know your stuff, you're going to lose people money. And even though you're not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice, but you still get what I'm talking about, right? So, I'm just saying be careful. That's all. I'm not. Where can I buy VeVe? Light behind you, says Fastbuck Eddie. I don't know, man. You're going to have to approach. Well, Reese said there that there might be, they might sell it eventually, or you're going to have to hit up some other, content creator and bid on it, I know SM guys, Sheep guys, etc. say the same thing, but the Akomi fam is the strongest, fiercest community in crypto. It really is. We're not only the strongest, but we turn heads, and we make people go a certain direction. It's not just, and I've never seen that before. And I've been in crypto for a long time, and I've seen a lot of communities, and I've been in Discord, Telegrams, and everything, right? I got John's crypto theory, flashbacks today. You should go. Secret Santa NFTs and should assign people partner whoever. So I have some really funny NFT ideas, and I was going to I'm going to collab with a couple of creators if it's cool with them. I haven't pitched them on it yet, but it's going, and I don't want to give away the idea because somebody's going to copy it the minute I let it come out of my mouth. But so I don't want to reveal it yet. But I am working on a project. And it's going to be hilarious, and it's going to be fun, and it's going to be highly collectible, and it will have massive utility. All right. And it's going to be affordable for the first drop. All right. It's not going to be, anyways. Yeah, I'll leave it. I'll keep the details on that. I'm also airdropping some NFTs for my actual YouTube members. So if you like supporting video content and creation, for my 6-month channel subscribers or members that have been a member for my YouTube channel for 6 months, I'm airdropping some NFTs to them. You guys are going to want to get hooked to this wagon long term, because I'm going to do some other cool stuff in the future. I still honestly don't know why Paper Dan said I'm done. I think he just meant I'm done, because he's kind of good at marketing. I know he's very intelligent. So maybe he thought he was going to twist his headline into saying all right, I sold 25% and now I'm done selling Myomi and I'm keeping the right. Maybe there's some kind of clickbait, but marketing that went into it. I'm not sure. Kyle Wilson, he's calling Cavell for downing on VeVe and not playing the expert on it. Oh, I'm not sure. I must have. If you link a video or something, I'm not sure what you guys mean. If you put $100 a month into VeVe drops, you would have 100K in 6 months. Hey, that could be that. Literally one collectible could land could make you a lot of money. Important question: FA Harley Q or JR Choices Protector? The Protector, is that the white bunny? That's a good question. I think Harley is going to be more stable, and she has been more stable long term and hasn't done price fluctuations. The collector in me says Choices, but because it could, that Jermaine's going to be one of the first one. Oh, here we go. That I done spilt water on me, but yeah, because Choices, that's going to be one of the ones that are going to be on OpenSea first, unless we hear otherwise from DC. But yeah, if I'm prioritizing that, I might do the white bunny, if that's the Protector one. I can't remember if that's. I know the Assassin's blue. Then you have the red one, or maybe the red one's the Assassin. So is the blue one the Protector? I can't remember. I think the blue one's the Protector. Just find it weird how all the content creators he just chose Foster to work with. Yeah, I thought that was kind of weird too. I didn't get any DMs, messages. I've been trying to at Andrei for a while, and Andrei said he liked Foster's videos, but at the same time, Foster has a newly created YouTube channel, and I think he's this is his first crypto project, if I'm not mistaken. He's new to crypto. And then I think Andrei is somewhat new to crypto as well. He just started doing videos, but on Bitcoin. So I'm not really sure how deep into crypto he is. But I do, if I was to suggest, and if they're watching, I would suggest that they consult with somebody that knows NFTs in crypto very well. We have a lot of fantastic people in the community to choose from. There's a ton. $100 for $100 for this VeVe light, man. It's priceless. So that's what I'm talking about. That thing's priceless. That's not even, heck no, for $100. Not until they release it in the store. Even then, yeah, anyways, I won't go there. A Bitcoin community missing out on OMI community. Did Danley retire after his last video? No, I think he's going to be around for a while. Maybe he's just taking a break. It's tough, man. It's tough to be a YouTuber. It ain't easy. You know, you think you're going to just put out a video and, you know, you see a comment or two. It's like Wreck-It Ralph. Have you guys seen the movie Wreck-It Ralph? Just type one in the chat if you've seen Wreck-It Ralph, where he's like in the movie they're like, don't read the comments, and that's kind of like the joke of the movie. And then Wreck-It Ralph reads the comments or whatever the girl does, and it just like ruins them the whole movie, and they gotta like figure out who they are. There's a little truth to that. Like you gotta build thick skin, especially if you're in crypto and NFTs. Like you have to have even more thicker skin than just a regular YouTuber. Like you have to have like Wolverine, like Slash, like I don't know who's got like titanium skin. Like you got to be like Deadpool. Like you got to be able to take some shots. You know, it does get occasionally like I'll see a comment, but you know, just got to deal with it. Justin, you're right. Foster did contact him. Good point. I wonder how he contacted him, though, because I've been trying to contact Andrei for, like, weeks. Or at least adding him. It doesn't help that Foster's a rookie in the community either. Yeah, so that's what I think. Like, I think Foster kind of got a little too ahead of himself on the whole thing, if I'm being honest. I just don't understand why... I think there should have been a team for a launch like that, right? People that could look at it, maybe add utilities, maybe add like, anyway, I don't want to give away ideas because I don't want people copying, you know, but, yeah, so I think that there should have been some people pulled in on a big launch like that. I think it seemed like a 2-man show, on that, you know, nothing gets to either one of them. Like, you know, Foster is great with, you know, how he communicates, and obviously Andrei has really great videos in the finance space. So, and Andrei just seems like a good person, you know, to talk to, or he seems like a very good communicator as well. And so, let's see, I think he chose Foster because he's not an homie, which is fair enough. No apparent emotional attachment. Yeah. So that's like a double-edged sword, though, you know. If that's the mindset there. But that could be, I mean, to your point, you know, that could be. But, you know, most projects that I've seen that have Discords, they all have experts, you know, in their Discord. You know, they have like developers, for instance, then they have people that are great at marketing, and then you have another person that's good at Discord modding, and then you have another person good at, you know, communication and announcement. So it's like, you know, you definitely need teams like when you're launching something like that. I love Ralph. Who is he? Oh, Wreck-It Ralph. So I think that's a Pixar movie where it's like the dude that like is he like literally like is in our arcade game, and then he wants to get out of the arcade game. So it's really a cool movie. That I think that aren't they like don't they have like something in one of the metaverses in crypto, like Sandbox, or they have like their own like little avatar? That would be cool to see Wreck-It Ralph in like the Sandbox. By the way, do you guys think I should buy? I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to my Sandbox videos, or if you know what the Sandbox is, just type 1 in the chat and let me know. But Sandbox will be pretty fun. They're already interoperable with NFTs as well. So one day, I mean, if you had land in the VeVe or land in Sandbox, you could, you know, potentially one day have your VeVe NFTs in the Sandbox if they're interoperable. That's a possibility. Like that's a real thing because they're compatible with the Ethereum network. Foster sent him an email. Oh dang! I wonder how he got. I wonder how he got his email. But I think I think we should let it settle down and see where the chips may lay tomorrow and move on, and positive vibes. I think I saw Reese's comment on Twitter, and of course Reese was saying that, hey, let's support everybody, and good vibes and things like that. And I'm a big supporter of that. As you guys know, I'm like one of the more positive YouTubers. I don't make like crazy videos or anything like that. Christopher Malloy, thank you for the sub. Sorry to say, bro, but the community got really toxic. It did. I would agree. Especially the content creators. I think Andrei would provide great content and info. This will be very good for VeVe. Yeah, I think there's only because I'll speak on this in a minute or in a second. I think it's because Foster came out of the whole like Ben Gadinzi like camp, and so I think that's why like some of them feel some type of way, which is a whole complete different story. And Foster can handle himself on that. So, but yeah, the toxicity probably wasn't necessary, but it's the internet. The internet's going to be the internet. Even Andrei knew that. It's not his first rodeo. So, but yeah, I mean, that stuff happens. People are going to feel passionate. They're gonna be passionate. And it's tough. It's tough because I've been on some of the ends of that on random stuff, but not really. But if you have been Wreck-It Ralph, or at least I've been the target of like one specific person before, but I get the toxic stuff. If you haven't seen Wreck-It Ralph, get off YouTube and watch it. It's awesome. Yeah, it's like literally great. Hey, what's going on? We got Smith Shield LTD in the house. He's a member here, and actually he's going to be getting one of my NFT airdrops. Let's see. Are you on? I think you're on month. Yeah, you're like past 6 months, I think. So, Silversmith Shield. I actually have one of his NFTs, as a matter of fact. How much do you think first Amazing Spider-Man comic 500 could be worth in the VeVe verse? The first Amazing, so yeah. So, you mean 5? What do you mean 500? Like mint 500? It'll be like, that's a good, like, what rarity as well, Ethereum? What rarity do you have on that comic? Casher Bex, who's the next tuber is. Greed, Vitalik. Reese is paying attention to this noise. Yikes. Yeah, he's kind of having to do some control on that whole issue. Man, I love Reese, man. That guy is, I love Reese, man. He's positive vibe guy all around. That guy has the thickest skin I've ever seen in my life. Like, I'm just a YouTuber, so I feel the weight of the community sometimes. Like, I'll be open with you guys, like I do. I feel I'm in, like I said, I'm in pulse and with the community, so I feel the shifts and the moves, and I can only imagine what Reese like has to do every day. So shout out to Reese, man. Guy's a goat. Kyle Tapson Lee, my Omi Trinity. Hey, I appreciate that, Justin. Thank you. Daniel Lee, YouTube channels all have emails. Oh, okay, yeah. Gotcha. Spelled it wrong. LOL. You should add Niall. Yeah, Niall's cool. I like Niall. Young fella, but very insightful. He is. I like him. He is definitely going places. Niall's definitely a good one. Love the accent. No, just surprised. Yeah, him and Andy, they got the accents. Those two cats are going places. Not just surprised. 4 can't make it a Trinity though. Was wondering with common rarity. Serial fresh. Yep. That's unless you guys have any other questions, like you want me to answer specifically, like my thoughts on it. But I think that's pretty much it on the stream. I think we covered everything, and I don't know. I'll probably have to rewatch the stream to make sure like my thoughts line up with my, with what I think perfectly. Sometimes I can even overreact on stuff too. Sometimes. Justin Lee is level-headed, not a Lambo guy. Amira says, what is my strategy for taking profits with Omi? I'm 250 shy of 1,000 for my channel. Heck yeah, man. Everybody go after this. Go sub to Silversmith Shield. He makes cool like silver coins. And hopefully we'll get an Ecomi coin one day. I think that'd be sick. Just look, I got a Bitcoin coin. My Groot right here keeps it protected. He's got a Bitcoin right there. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, that'd be cool to have a physical, because I actually collect some silver. I don't have a ton, but so my strategy for profits for taking OMI is I'm not going to think about taking profits for a while. I'm a long-term person. I don't even need to take profits for a long time. Like my strategy was to move some stuff, like to look at the wider NFT space and make money there. Because I think of my NFTs on VeVe as blue chips. And I think of that stuff outside of VeVe as stuff I can play with. And I've been playing outside of VeVe for a minute on OpenSea and all these other places, and getting airdrops and things like that. So for me, I'm not looking at OMI as like my only. It's just one of those projects I'm looking at for long term. Like I'm not gonna pay attention to it, for a long time. And then, when it's worth a lot, then I'll take some profits at that point. But at that point, the token should be worth a lot to where it's not going to affect my overall portfolio. And then I can, do whatever with that money and then reinvest some of it, diversify, and then hopefully just keep a portion of my portfolio like forever, to be honest, because this is kind of like a forever project. Like VeVe is just getting warmed up, and there's signs that in the future they could do other projects. So they keep talking about their token being like some kind of universal token. So I think it's wise, if you're trying to do generational wealth, I think it's smart to hold on to quite a bit of it. Just saying, not financial advice at all, but now other people have like a little 5-year strategy, or I'm exiting everything in 5 years, or a 1 year, or if VeVe or if Ecomi hits 25 cents, I'm out. Like, that's not me. I mean, I'll tell you, I do updates on technical analysis, and I've shown you guys, and I've been obviously laser, like, as far as technical analysis goes, been super correct on a lot of stuff on the technical analysis. Like my track record on TNA is like super insane. I just don't do a lot of it because like I said, I'm long term. If I was in doing technical analysis every day, you would know like I'm looking to take profits, like, or I'm like day trading something, or like if I'm doing technical analysis nowadays, I'm doing it because I want you guys to be alerted that there could be something, like there could be a movement. So just FYI, like, or I'm just updating you guys on the price. I don't do technical analysis anymore for like day trading. If I was doing it every day, that's just too stressful. I used to do that, and it's not fun. We're going the OMI round now. He was doing $10 OMI videos after he sold. You and Elron. I've heard keep getting comments on Elron. Right about to launch. I'm not really sure what it is though. I've heard that term or that project name thrown around a little bit. He was doing $10 videos. I sold my OMI to buy more OMI. Yeah, I sold my OMI to buy more OMI. That's freaking funny. There could be some truth to some of that. Like if you are very smart, and you're very wise and you're good at investing, like if you're smart enough, you could see an opportunity like, oh, there's a project over here, like an NFT, for example. Like I could take a little bit of my OMI, and then like now I can afford it. Like if you're on a budget, I'm not saying this is for the whales, because it's not. Like this is not for the whales. I'm just saying for people that are scrappy, all right? People that are smart, scrappy people, like you can take some profit, mint an NFT, flip that NFT, and all of a sudden you have several thousands of dollars over here that you can put back into OMI, right? To a safer investment. That's smart. And that's actually been one of my strategies. I'm a dad, like I'm a husband, like I have bills, like I have kids, I have like my kids' futures, like, all that. So like, I'm looking at that long-term stuff. So I'm like making moves. All right, let's see what kind of music. Like 3 hours relaxing music. I'm about to fall asleep over here. What is this? Ugh. Let's get back at this other music. YouTube accidentally like flipped to some weird like relax channel. We ain't about that. We're about. Let me try to find something else. This is just not. There we go. We'll do that one. I don't flip. I spend time and money building valuable sets. Do you think we'll get a feature to sell as sets? Yeah, Dan Crowthers has mentioned that before. That we'll be able to get the ability to sell entire sets. So I think that will actually come. But that's what Dan said. Dan Crowthers, not me. Yeah, I don't come to most guys for their TNA, just the news, do my own research, or do my own TNA. Yeah, if you know TNA, you know what's up. It's a good skill to have. Just a real quick little piece on that is like you have your whole life to learn technical analysis and fundamental analysis. Like all these like kids that are growing up or teenagers, like, they prioritize like sports, but I'm like, what if you break your leg and you can't play sports anymore? Like you need to have a good skill, financial skills that are going to hook you up and your future generation up, right? So there's no better way to do that with learning, financial literacy, if you will. I don't flip. I spend time. It's a good. So what I mean by flipping too is like outside of VeVe, and I don't mean like flipping inside of VeVe. Although like I've done it a couple times, but it's not like what I do. Unless it's a bigger move, if it's like a big, like one of the bigger collectibles, then if I see an opportunity there, I will definitely seize the opportunity. After taxes, Dan made 5K. That would not be good. Dan bought a Toyota and could have bought a Lambo in a few months. Marvel Comics #1, common over 150. And to Dan's point, like we honestly don't know what Dan, like, maybe he needed to pay for something, or maybe he needed, his car broke down and he needed sell a little bit of Omi to fix his car or buy a Corolla. Like I know he was joking when he said that, but you never know, and maybe he just uses it as an opportunity to let people know. But I mean, obviously he said he took gains, but because he thought the crypto market was going to go down. He could have a point there, But for me, like, it doesn't matter, right? Long term. Time to sell when BitBoy says spy. That's hilarious. I'll sell my Omi after I die. Missing the Omi pump would say be away. Yeah, and we really don't know what Omi's going to do in the VeVe verse. So, like, once a VeVe verse is rolled out all the way, like, your Omi could do much more than you think, right? And I even said that before the OUP program details came out, and I've been preaching it all year. I've been having people come on my channel and like my Twitter, try to FUD, and they're like, Omi has no utility. I'm like, dude, just wait. It's going to come out. Like, just wait, be patient. And so we got it. And that's just the beginning. Missing the Omi pump. Hello, says Luke Taylor. Hey, what's going on? TNA, you mean scribbling lines on the screen? No, I mean, there is value to TA, because like, because there's indicators, right? There's specific indicators and scanners that run algorithms, or tell you exactly the pulse of the value of a stock. It's no different than on VeVe, using your brain and knowledge and being like, oh, this one's clearly undervalued, like $8 for a Todd McFarlane. But like, for instance, TNA, you just have an indicator telling you that, so you're like, oh, okay, I can see the stock is undervalued because it's telling me, via an indicator or whatever. So there definitely is value. I know a lot of people like say like TNA is like, oh, it's just scribble, but like, there's value to it. I will say that. I'll buy more Dan's V Light and t-shirts for sure. I only accept Bitcoin. So shout out to Butt Thompson, the most valuable, humble YouTuber who just helps and puts out content. Great vibes. Yeah, Butt Thompson, definitely one of my favorites. I haven't watched a lot of his videos because my strategy is a little bit different than Butt's, but I know Butt is like, I used to watch his videos quite a bit, and hopefully he'll come on the channel. I'm gonna try to have him on the channel, I believe. So you know, tag him on Twitter, tell him to join my channel. I'd love to have him on. It would definitely help the growth of his channel, because I've been doing some YouTube research on how to grow channels and things like that. So I think it'd be cool to have him on. And I know VeVe Vision just had him on, so I'm actually jealous of that. But it's all good. I love both of those channels. They both great content. But yeah, man, that guy has worked his tail off to do his spreadsheet and all that stuff, man. So shout out to Butt for sure. He wasn't wrong. Okay. I think we're going to go ahead and cap the stream. I appreciate everybody for joining in. You know, it may not be what everybody wanted to hear, like, you know, everybody was overreacting and toxic, and you all need to, you know, or, you know, Andrei is bad man. You know, I don't know, like, I don't know. I just gave you guys my thoughts. Tiger Butt Show. That's LFG. That would be amazing. That's all I got, though. I just wanted to share my thoughts, maybe help everybody decompress a little bit. You know, at the end of the day, like, you know, Foster said, and Andrei, they try to clear things up, and it was definitely, I think, a mistake the way they released it, for sure. But they'll learn from their mistakes. They're grown men, grown adults, so they'll figure it out. And maybe I'll have you guys help me tag me on Twitter, and Andrei and Foster, and we'll try to get them on the path and try to provide some additional value to that, whatever they're doing. So, but I don't know, or maybe I'll just do it for free on this channel. Who knows? But I appreciate y'all. Pluto, thank you. I saw you in the other one, the other chat earlier. You're welcome. Appreciate you. You help me more than you know. One love. Heck yeah. Peace, love, VeVe. That used to be my little coined term, I guess, if you will, back then. Before I did the whole, you know, be like an NFT. But Thompson. Before I used to do the whole be like an NFT, be authentic, or whatever. Be authentic, be like an NFT. Can't even remember anymore. My brain's scrambled. Peace, love, VeVe, right? And I'll leave it on that. Let's just all move forward and support each other. And tomorrow, I think we'll be looking out for that community giveaway. Let me actually see if I can find it super quick. All right. So let's see if we can find it. We have a giveaway. I know Energy is doing a giveaway, and that's the hashtag is VeVe Festivus. But there's more giveaways. Like, so if you go under this hashtag right here, you can see all the giveaways going on. So look at this. So if you go to this hashtag, they're giving away this comic. This person's giving away Amazing Spider-Man 50. This person is, that's just an ad. They're giving away that comic. Like, look at this. This is organic. This is amazing. This is the community. Storm, Spider-Man, whatever they're giving away. This, Mermy Corno, Jake. Like, look at this. This is a massive giveaway tomorrow. Isn't that crazy? Like, look at this. Everybody's doing a giveaway. That's community right there. And I'll just leave it at that. All right. Appreciate y'all for joining. Peace and love, VeVe. And I will see you guys on the next video at the blockchain. Be like an NFT, be authentic, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.